Well, we are learning more about the local cave diver who passed away in a Texas cave system earlier this month.
In the mysterious depths of the earth, where shadows dance upon ancient walls and secrets are whispered through the cool, damp air, one man dared to venture into the heart of darkness. Brett Hemphill, a fearless cave diver, possessed an insatiable curiosity that drove him to explore the most remote and treacherous caverns hidden beneath the surface. With an adventurous spirit coursing through his veins, Brett was a modern-day explorer, a seeker of the unseen, and a master of the subterranean world.
He had this encyclopedic knowledge of caves in Florida that was not available anywhere else. It wasn't written down, it was all in his head.
Today on Terminal Defect, we will be uncovering how one of the best US cave diver ended up dead during cave exploration. Cave diver Brett Hemphill etched his name into the annals of exploration. Of the subterranean world, Hemphill was a pioneer in the field of cave exploration. At 56 years old, the president of the nonprofit organization Karst Underwater Research, KUR, met his fate during an expedition into one of the deepest underwater caves in the United States. With a career spanning over 25 years, Hemphill's passion for smashing diving records and contributing to scientific research leaves a profound legacy in the realm of subaquatic discovery. His life's journey, marked by daring exploration and invaluable contributions, serves as a poignant reminder of the risks and triumphs inherent in the pursuit of the unknown. Hemphill's last dive began at about 10:45 a.m. on the 4th of October alongside Pitkin. The pair had gone back to Phantom Springs, and this time, Hemphill reached a staggering depth of 174 meters. KUR said video showed Hemphill tying a guide rope to a rock at that juncture, and that the team became separated. "I started out slowly expecting that he would catch me up at some points, or hoping to catch me up at some point," Pitkin, who is from the UK, told the Florida news station WTVT. But he never did. As word spread that Hemphill was missing in Phantom Springs, several expert divers traveled there and joined efforts to search for him. Crews retrieved his body from a depth of more than 137 meters on Sunday, KUR said. The medical examiner's office in Lubbock, Texas, planned to conduct an autopsy of Hemphill to determine precisely how he died. His family has launched a GoFundMe campaign meant to help cover funeral expenses. Meanwhile, if diving officials confirm that Hemphill was last seen at 570 feet, he will have set one final US underwater diving record by more than 100 feet. On Sunday, he failed to return from a cave exploration with his colleague Andrew Pitkin, according to a statement from Karst Underwater Research. The two divers had begun exploring the Phantom Springs Cave in West Texas at around 10:45 a.m. The research center said they started in 450 feet of water at about 7,300 feet of penetration.
He was not around when I'd finished surveying, although I was aware that he was nearby for much of the time I was surveying because I could see his light moving around. When I finished surveying, I looked around for him, and usually I would see him then, and on this occasion, I couldn't find him.
At 570 feet, camera footage captured Hemphill tying off a guideline on a rock before the pair became separated.
I was surveying the new passage, which is fairly typical. It's very typical of what we do, which is a very absorbing task, and you don't really have a lot of ability to watch what your buddy is doing, so it's really your buddy's responsibility to stay with you.
The KUR said that it suspected that Mr. Hemphill was stuck over a mile inside an underwater cave, and so multiple recovery divers traveled thousands of miles to assist in the search. Divers then finally recovered Mr. Hemphill's body from the cave on Sunday, 4 days after he submerged underwater. His colleague Andrew Pitkin issued a statement through the research center to announce that his body had been found and recovered. "Please allow us some time to come to terms with his loss, as up until now, we have been focused on the recovery," the statement said. Mr. Hemphill's body was recovered on Sunday, days after the 56-year-old had gone missing, during an expedition with his colleague Andrew Pitkin. He was last seen on video tying off a guideline at approximately 570 feet before the team became separated. Mr. Hemphill never resurfaced from the cave, the Corps said in a statement.
Fellow divers describe Brett Hemphill as the ultimate explorer, a man who loved adventure and broke records in the sport of cave diving. Hemphill died last week while exploring a deep cave system in Texas. Divers recovered his body late yesterday.
Beginning in the 1990s, Hemphill helped explore and survey some of the U.S.'s deepest cave systems, which few people ever encounter. Hemphill's work inspired people to demand the protection and preservation of the caves he mapped and documented. He and his team at KUR, a nearly 30-year-old organization, broke the U.S. deep underwater cave record by reaching a depth of 407 feet, 124 meters, in Florida's Weeki Wachee Springs in 2008. In 2008, the diver and his team of expeditionists set the U.S.'s cave depth record at Weeki Wachee Springs in Florida, and then broke their own record in 2013 at the Phantom Springs Cave in Texas, traveling around 465 feet deep and 8,000 feet into the cave, according to Tech Dive USA. 5 years later, Hemphill and KUR shattered their previous record by diving to 465 FD, 142 mm, at Phantom Springs. Hemphill's crew went nearly 1.5 miles, 2.4 kilometers, further into what is reputed to be one of the deepest, most elaborate underwater caves in the U.S. Those excursions highlighted a career that also saw Hemphill explore caves worldwide, including in the Bahamas and on Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula. Hemphill pursued his profession despite the toll it takes on participants both physically and mentally. Hemphill was also known for advancing geographical and scientific knowledge through his underwater research, with many projects on the Research Center's website describing the use of data collection equipment in trips, as well as little by little discovering unexplored parts of the caves. The well-renowned diver is also credited for designing the Armadillo side harness, a more compressed harness used so divers can swim through small passages without bulking air canisters. He has also explored and researched caves on the Florida coast, Missouri, Bahamas, Sal Banks, Dominican Republic, and Yucatan Peninsula. That's all from Terminal Defect. Please like, share, subscribe, and turn on the notification for more amazing content. Thanks for watching.